Firstly, my condolences to Jordan Coe's family and friends who have lost a loved one so prematurely. And I hope that my discussion here is not seen as insensitive. And to be honest, I wanted to wait longer before I commented, but I've been approached by multiple channels asking me to comment on Jordan's tragic death making weight for a fight. And now that the details seem to be confirmed, and at the risk of appearing to jump on the bandwagon, I wanted to share some thoughts and of course some lessons that we can learn from Jordan's misadventure, which I think he'd be keen to express for himself if he could. I had the great pleasure to spend some time with Jordan at the Z1 8th World Cup in Malaysia, and I was impressed with not only his fight ability but his friendly and welcoming nature. He was without a doubt a great ambassador for Muay Thai and is a great loss to the sport. Now, the purpose of this discussion is not to lay blame, it's to learn lessons. And excelling like Jordan did at anything requires a great deal of passion. And this drive produces amazing results, but it must be balanced with perspective and self-awareness. As I've written in a previous article, there's a negative side to this passion, an addiction that can result in unsustainable habits. And as Y12SR addict recovery specialist Nikki Myers said to me, addictive behaviour is when you know better, but you do it anyway. It's independent of intelligence. And I have no doubt from my discussions with Jordan that he knew better than to try and cut weight in a sauna suit like that. But my fear is that the specific environment that he was in, combined with his personal drive, meant he did it anyway. Fighters tend to be too brave for their own good, and as coaches we need to allow for this and, where possible, protect the fighters against themselves. We must set safe, realistic fight weight targets based on safe levels of mild dehydration and glycogen depletion. And if you don't know what safe levels are or how to achieve them, find out. Fighters should always prioritise body composition first. Any temporary final week water weight modifications are simply a bolt-on to this. Jordan had moved away from the supportive, well-educated environment at the Somali boxing gym in Phuket and moved to northeast Thailand to a more traditional camp. And he enjoyed immersing himself in the Thai way. And I have mixed opinions on traditional Thai practices. Some are good and others aren't. And you should feel free to choose which elements of the traditional model you follow and which ones you decide best practice has moved on and you can apply a more scientific approach. For me, my personal approach is summed up with respecting the traditional but embracing the new. The Thais are culturally less flexible when it comes to adopting current best practice, and that gives Farang an advantage when it comes to adopting the current best practice and blending it with the best of traditional Muay Thai training. So please don't follow traditional methods blindly. Traditional methods did the best they could at the time with the current level of understanding. But times have changed, understanding's improved, and so should your training. Don't bow to peer pressure if you know better. And recognise that to excel in any sport, you're likely to be tipping into that addictive realm. Respect that this could lead to unsustainable choices that could harm you. And coaches should recognise this too and set realistic goals for fighters and manage the process as best as possible. Jordan was a great guy, a great entertainer and a great fighter. And I hope he can leave a legacy as a great educator too. Thank you for everything, Jordan Coe, and rest in peace, buddy.